It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today for what is going to be our Extended Play Lounge, episode number 113. We are returning to the music of MUSE. Today we have previously heard Absolution from MUSE. It was in the Extended Play Lounge episode number 78. And boy, I loved that album, and I've been eager to get back to them. I included them in the poll with 4 other really solid 21st century bands: Haken, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Marillion, and Nightwish. But y'all picked MUSE and their album Black Holes and Revelations. So we heard Absolution. That was their 3rd album from 2003. And that's when they really started to make their presence known, especially in America. And by the time that we get to their 4th studio album, this one, released in July of 2006, they're really ready to make their presence known as a band around the world. And they did well with this album. This album rose to number 1 in 9 countries, in the top 10 in about a dozen more, and it's been certified platinum multiple times. So it continues to be a very strong album for MUSE. There are 12 songs in total on the album. There were only 11 on the original release, but the 12th song, Glorious, which was originally just available on the Japanese version of the album, is now included as an official album track. And so we're going to hear all 12 of them today, y'all. As far as which ones I've heard previously, I think only The Knights of Sidonia is one that I've heard before. So I'm really eager to not only to get back to that one, because I have a great memory of that song and that video. It was quite fun. But I'm really interested on the controversial subjects that this band is going to be getting into in this album. They are getting political here, y'all. In several of these songs, we're going to hear songs on war, on abuse of power, on mass manipulation, on populist uprising, and on some conspiracy theories. So they're going to include a whole lot of sometimes what's considered third rails, right? But we're going to tackle them right on. Songwriter Matt Bellamy said that he finds the unknown in general a stimulating area for the imagination. So he's thinking about, what do I not know? Where can I make art about that? What do I think about the unknown? So he's thinking big, he's thinking broad. And I'm here for it, y'all. I really am. And speaking of being here for it, let's listen. Let's do it. I am making use of the playlist for this album provided by the band on their YouTube channel. Some of the songs will have videos that accompany them, and some will simply show the album cover. So we'll take that as it comes. Matthew Bellamy is on lead vocals, on guitars, on keyboards. He is also our composer. Christopher Volstenholm is on bass and backing vocals and some synths. Dominic Howard is on the drums, and all of the members of the band contributed to the production of the record. It is time, my friends. We start off with a song called Take a Bow, and as I read about this one, it's a song with some pointed lyrics aimed at some corrupt political leaders. So if you're a corrupt political leader, you better watch out. Okay? Take a Bow from MUSE. Here we go. Cool. Major 1 with the minor 4. Cool. It's a chromatic third. They're moving from key to key. Just repeating the same 2-chord pattern. Risk all their lives and their souls. And burn. It's like major 1 and major flat 6 in each of these keys. Now that's minor 4, major 1. Cool. Is that 5? No. Play. Talk about becoming corrupt. Yeah. Do, lay, okay. That's gonna go up. Pay for your crimes against the earth. Yeah! You will beg for their lives and their souls. Burn in hell. It is not a Hallmark card. Shit. I think that was going to segue directly into the next song. Well, that's one way to start an album. That was cool. The chords were cool. I'd have to really listen again to see if it makes a circle. I bet it does. Do I want to spend time on this? It's like 1 in flat 6, and then it's so interesting. Yeah, once it gets to flat 6, we go back to here. That's gonna resolve up to the major 3rd of the next key, then down, then there, then down, and that resolves to the major 3rd of the next chord. Yeah? I don't even know. That was really cool though. They set up a really neat progression and then just let it move them from key area to key area. It's not really a long-term progression in a singular key. It's a parasite. It comes and it does its thing, and then it moves on, and then it goes and it does its thing, and then it moves on, and it goes and it does its thing. It's an out of control, corrupt political system in musical form. Pretty cool way to start an album. So with that, we go to Starlight, and this was the second single released from the album, and it looks like a song that is on being away from people, being away from the people that you really care about, being isolated, far away. This ship is taking me far away from the memories of the people who care if I live or die. That's how it starts. So let's hear it. This is Starlight from Muse. Here we go. Hey. Really cool counter melody in octaves in the piano there during the chorus. Cool. Black holes and revelations. All our hopes and expectations. So back to this original idea. Even on the first listen, you can follow it. Really great hook. Yeah, they go off into another key here. They went to the relative minor of where they were. Okay.
I just wanted to
Interesting. I know we had the video there. It was nice to see them out in the ocean on a ship. I didn't really connect to the video emotionally, but the song, hell yeah. I mean, I guess the ship has taken them far away from, you know, their favorite pub, at least, you know? So it's they're having to deal with what it's like to be separated from the people that you want to be with. I'm having a good time, y'all. Great first two songs. Up next is Supermassive Black Hole, a song that I've heard about, but I don't think it's one that I've ever heard. Well, I say that, but I read that it was featured in the original Twilight movie, so I guess I have heard it because I've seen that movie, but I didn't know that it was Muse playing a song on it. This was the first single from the album, and as I read the lyrics, it reads as a metaphor. It's comparing a woman or the object of one's affection as a gigantic black hole that just sucks you in, and you feel like you can't escape its gravity or its power. So let's hear this one, y'all. Super Massive Black Hole from Muse. Here we go. This is a slick tune. The Supermassive. That's what the synthesizer just sang. Supermassive Black hole. really interesting production on that. You know, I'd almost like to hear a coffee house version of it because it's a good song. It's a really well-written song. And it'd be cool to hear it without all of the studio on it and just hear it. But I really liked what they did with it. You know what I mean? At the same time, I'm curious as to what it would sound like stripped down. You know, like an unplugged situation. But that was really cool, really cool. Next up is a song called Map of the Problématique. This was the 5th and final single release from the album, and I had to look up Problématique. Problématique. I mean, it sounds like problematic, but it's French, so I had to make sure. Yes, it is a word that refers to an umbrella of issues. It's not a specific problem, but it's an overarching problematic situation, right? A more systemic meaning. So they are dealing in this problematique with themes of isolation and themes of disillusionment. Verse 1, fear and panic in the air. I want to be free from desolation and despair. Let's see where they're going. Map of the Problématique from MUSE. Here we go. Have I heard that sound before? I think I've heard that somewhere. It's either been sampled and I've heard it, or I've heard this somewhere and I don't know where. It's really cool. That's a progression where that E flat is in all those chords. Y'all were like, stop doing that, Doug. What a great way to tie together an entire progression. When will this loneliness be over? When will this loneliness be over? Lovely little piano secondary theme. really love Matt's songwriting and his vocals. Really dives into it. I mean, he basically gave us a dance track. For a song of loneliness and despair. How many people have bopped to this not knowing it's really sad? Map of the Problematique. Yeah, that's what I think about when I hear that. I'm over here, I'm fighting the urge to go, I'm just bopping along, just going with the natural rhythm of the song. And meanwhile, he's singing, "Life will flash before my eyes, so scattered and lost, I want to touch the other side. And no one thinks they are to blame. Why can't we see that when we bleed the same? I can't get it right since I met you. Loneliness be over. When will this loneliness be over?" So it's either or both on a singular relationship level and on kind of a macro kind of societal level. I think his words match in both contexts. Fun music. Let's keep going. Up next is a song called Soldier's Poem, another song on war. And this one is from, of course, the soldier's point of view. It's called The Soldier's Poem. And here our soldier is, I think, questioning the justification for his personal sacrifice, his personal life being at risk. And he's wanting to make sure that, am I here for the right reasons? Am I justified for being here? Really important questions, right? So let's hear it. This is Soldier's Poem from MUSE. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, song about war, major key, happy little D majors chord. Sudden it's a Queen song. Have a happy D major. No shit. That's a ballsy tune. That'd be a fun one to put into a vocal recital as like a lullaby encore, and just see if they listen to what the hell you're singing, because it sounds so lovely and peaceful and beautiful. But it says, throw it all away, let's lose ourselves, because there's no one left for us to blame. It's a shame we're all dying, and do you think you deserve your freedom? It's glossing over, it's putting that Band-Aid sheen, that false sheen on the horror of war. And so including a lyric from the perspective of the soldier, yet giving it that sound. And then you hear those backing ideas creeping in there, right? Like the Freddie Mercury section. How could you send us so far away from home when you know damn well that this is wrong? I would still lay down my life for you. And do you think you deserve your freedom? No, I don't think you do. There's no justice in the world, and there never was. Ta-da. Fascinating. Fascinating. This is going to be a fun one to come back and watch again. I know for sure, but we're going to keep rolling, friends. Up next is a song called Invincible. This is the 4th single that they released from the album. And amid all of this pessimism, here we're going to get, I think, a song of optimism, a song of empowerment. Verse 2, and don't be afraid of what your mind conceives. You should make a stand. Stand up for what you believe, and tonight we can truly say together we're invincible. Cool. Let us hear it. Friends, this is Invincible from MUSE. Here we go. Okay, get tuned. There's the organ. The entrance to that in the video is almost like It's a Small World, after all. Look at that. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 of 6 to 6 to 4, 5. Suspended 1, the major 1. Be afraid. Even with that theremin in the background. Lovely sequential pattern in that melody. Even the theremin joined in the counter melody. That's lovely. Wow. Five of 6 to 6. Nice. So we're still doing the same melody and melodic stuff and the harmonic stuff, but the production's a bit different as we've gotten into the song. It's another set of harmonic support in the chords and melody that could be adapted into virtually any style, including classical singing. Wow. Same progression. So for the guitar solo, we just do the same changes, but with more virtuous motion. All right. It's like a poppier version of Radiohead, but just as interesting and just as smart. I hope you don't take offense at that. It's meant as a compliment, because I have nothing but the highest regard for the musicians in Radiohead, and I do for these guys too. The songwriting is really, really spectacular throughout. Let's keep going and see what they're up to. Up next, we go to a song called Assassin. And we are back into the political arena here, friends. This song is going to be describing the actions of a person, let's say, who is seeking political retribution. I don't know how I feel about reading this. So let's hear what they did with it, and then we'll talk about it. All right, this is Assassin from MUSE. Here we go. Alert. Or is that the Knight Rider theme? Wow. Yeah. It's a nice change in sound. Big drums. Okay. Six. 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. Interesting. More Queen I hear in this. Assassin is born. It was pretty hard to tell exactly what they were saying there. That's good, because that's the most problematic language that I had with this. Destroy demonocracy, not democracy, demonocracy. But then it kind of stays there. Yeah. There. Yeah. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. But it was that A chord down to G, A to G, and then that's 5 to 4 to 1 and D. Is where they ended up. Whew. Yeah. This is really extroverted, y'all, and it hits you right over the head. What do I want to say? I understand, especially in 2026, as a citizen of the world, how even a non-violent, non-revolutionary person might get co-opted or might get radicalized, either by what they find online, true or untrue. You know, it almost doesn't matter anymore. Because the truth of the world, if you delve really deeply, can radicalize you. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a conspiracy theory or not, hardly, in my mind. Lose control and increasing pace, warped and bewitched in time to erase whatever they say. These people are torn, wild and bereft. Assassin is born. And then in that post-chorus, they talked about aim, shoot, kill your leaders. That's why I described it as seeking political retribution. I do not condone violence. I'm a pacifist, y'all. I've, you know, just know the thought of me intentionally harming another person, physically or otherwise, just makes me ill to think about. I would never participate in anything like that. They'd just have to get rid of me, you know? I just wouldn't do it. So it's jarring to me to see that language. And also, at my core, empathize with it. It's really strange. It's conflicting. But that's what the art sometimes forces us to look at, if we're being honest with ourselves. You know? That's what we're trying to do. Incredible piece. And I'm really glad that they made that really problematic section, the really overt lyric there, extremely difficult, if not impossible, to understand. It's almost comes out as a just an unlanguaged exclamation, you know. Crazy. So a song that is next is called, or the song that is next is called Exopolitics. So what does that mean? Well, now we're going to be extending politics into space. Um, I think what he's going to be talking about here are how people can be overtaken by conspiracy theories itself. You know, just the onslaught of information. They're writing this just as the internet is starting to really become a broadband thing. You know, 20 years later, we're the product of a truly online society now, but they're worried about it, you know, way back then. And Matt said that this song is about a trade agreement between the United States government and extraterrestrials concerning the use of new technologies. Are the states going to sell us all out? Let's find out. This is Exopolitics from Muse. Here we go. Waiting for a sign. D minor to F, back to D, down, down, B flat, F, A to D. So it's going back and forth between F major and D minor. They sold us out. Fully loaded satellites will conquer nothing but our minds. Wait patiently for a sign. I love the sense of humor. And I love the intelligence. Again, the production is really cool, but I'd like to hear this. Maybe watching them do this live would be good for some of these songs live, to hear how it sounds. quick ending. A quick ending. That could have kept going. I'm waiting patiently for the sign, even though they're going to sell us out anyway. What a fascinating little tune. The thing that I'm thinking throughout this, I know Muse is a really great band, and they've sold a ton of records. My take so far is that the songs are better than the arrangements. These songs, I think if you have a slightly different way of putting them forward, or if they're not quite as electrified, I don't know if it's just personal preference, but I think that the songwriting is the strongest element that I see coming through. Even though everything else is wonderful, it's that good, you know? And it makes me think, some of that stuff is as complicated and as beautiful as the stuff that Freddie Mercury and Queen were doing. And I mean, we're talking about Queen, and then we're talking about Muse. They have a different level of ethos, I just wonder what these songs would sound like. Probably thinking too much into it, but it's coming through. The main thought that's coming through is, wow, the songwriting is A+, and the arrangements are B+, and the performances, of course, are top notch. But the songs are better than the arrangements. That's what I'm getting so far. But I want to keep listening. It's really fantastic. City of Delusion is next, and just like Pink built his wall, this song is going to be addressing the metaphorical fortresses that people put up around themselves, either for protection or for escape or for both. So let's hear this one. It is called City of Delusion, and it's from Muse. Here we go. Acoustic. I think they were listening to me. Hanging out on that dominant minor 9. Yeah. Relative major. Back to minor. Yeah! will avenge, justify my reasons with your blood. See the difference in the arrangement? They're letting these acoustic instruments in here as well. And it makes the whole thing stronger. This may be the best track on the album so far. That's cool. Didn't bring in the electric stuff, right? It gives us a nice to go off of. Another really emphatic close to a song. I'd rather have you just end the thing, put the exclamation point on it, than drag it out and put a long fade on it. But how about that track? I think Matt Bellamy was listening to me. I take back everything that I said. but yeah. I would give them an A+ on song and arrangement on that, right? The suspended acoustic guitar, kind of a Spanish guitar hanging out on that dominant A. They were in D minor, and so down on the A. And when you pull that A dominant out and you add the ninth, it's a B flat, a minor ninth above that A, right? And especially when it goes up to the sixth and back down, and that minor ninth is in there. To me, a minor ninth is more dissonant than a minor second. It really has that pull to the octave and to that resolution. And all of the electronic stuff that popped in there did so within the context of everything else, and I thought it was really, really strong. I like that. So up next is a song called Hoodoo, Hoodoo, and I didn't know what that was, so I have the internet here and I looked it up. A hoodoo is a geological rock formation. It's formed most overtly by erosion over many, many years. And it's also called a tent rock or a fairy chimney. It's these formations that are like tall and skinny, or it's like small and skinny here, and they've got kind of a bulbous or kind of a larger rock up top. And it has this natural look of being unstable, like it'll fall over, or that the big thing on top will just topple over. But they're actually quite sturdy and balanced, and have just been slowly being whittled away from the outside, and so the core is extremely well intact. And I think the song is using this metaphor to describe a relationship. It may look unstable from the outside, but trust me, on the inside, or we are really sturdy, we're balanced, and it's okay. So I think that's the point of view that they were going for in this song, and let's hear it. It is called Hoodoo, and it's from MUSE. Here we go. Talk about Spanish guitar. I spoke too soon. Yeah, except that's down from where they were. Now they're in C. There. Yeah.
Come into my life, grass into a dream. We will hide, build a new reality.
Hell yeah.
Another picture of the life you could have had, and follow your instincts and choose the other path. You should never be afraid. You're protected from trouble and pain.
Matt's also showing us the power of a real 5-chord, a real dominant 5-chord in minor keys. A lot of rock musicians will only use the minor 5 or the flat 7 as a substitute for the real leading tone. Be afraid.
And I've had recurring nightmares. I was loved for who I am, and missed the opportunity to be a better man.
Huh. It never quite landed on the 1. It never really quite landed. Brilliant. See, this is why I should save any criticism that is forming in my mind until the entire damn thing is done. Because I wish I could go back about 15 minutes and unsay some of that. I still think it's true, but it also shows what they can do. You know? That was remarkable. As he was approaching the final cadence, that final bit, the outro, and I've had recurring nightmares that I was loved for who I am and missed the opportunity to be a better man. And as he sings, I miss the opportunity to be a better man, he's going right down the scale and he ends on the second scale degree. and the guitar finishes for him. He doesn't land on do. The guitar does, and then it quickly moves away and it's doing other things. Then it ends up on a color chord. It's a musical choice, a specific musical choice. And that's where music theory, I think, can help us, because my question is, what might be behind that choice, even if it was subliminal for Matt, and he just did it instinctually, you know? What might he been trying to say? If I can analyze what's there, maybe I can draw meaning from it. That's where I really love being able to put terminology and words to stand for musical sounds and musical effect and how they move us emotionally. It's wonderful. Okay, friends, two more, and I have heard this one and I'm excited to hear it again. Knights of Sidonia was the third single release from the album. I did hear it on the channel back in June of 2023. Remember, this is apocalyptic in its scope. We are drawing from the book of Revelations, where the four horsemen of the apocalypse appear. Their most common names are pestilence, war, famine, and death. And even in the first verse here, come ride with me through the veins of history. I'll show you a God who falls asleep on the job. So I think the God who falls asleep on the job refers to most, if not all, politicians or people in positions of power. The type of generally the type of person that seeks power over other people is exactly the type of person who should not be given it, and hence is the issue. You know, with finding really, really great leaders. So let's see and remember what this one is all about. It was a big hit for the band, and I really enjoyed it last time. Let's hear it again. It is called Knights of Sidonia from MUSE. Here we go. It's a spaghetti western, right? It's a quite sophisticated chord progression, really well informed. Play 3, 5, 6, flat 7, the major 1. Yeah, now they're in G sharp minor. They were in C minor. got that Stranger Things synthesizer in it.
Come to make things right. You and I must fight for our rights. You and I must fight to survive. No one's gonna take me alive. The time has come to make things right. You and I must fight for our rights. You and I must fight to survive.
More Queen and their influence on this band. I don't know. She escapes. The Black Knight always triumphs. Still a fun tune. That was just as much fun as I remembered. You know, if you're going to really ask the big questions and be all pointed and really serious, you've also got to spend some time just being goofy, being just kind of almost making fun of yourself a little bit, taking yourself not too seriously. And that seems like what they're doing there. They're doing like, what if we took this to the really nth degree and kind of cosplayed it up and had fun with it? It would end up being something like that. A really fun result, and one that a whole bunch of people have enjoyed as well over the years. So one more, friends, and that was the way that the album ends for most people, right? And then we get this other song called Glorious that was originally just a bonus track on the Japanese release. And I read that the song starts and ends with 33 overdubbed guitars playing random notes, and that the melody is based on the chromatic scale. That sounds very interesting if it comes to pass. And as I look at the lyrics here, it's nice. We're going to end on a positive note. I think we're reaffirming our faith, our hope, our drive. Despite the ugliness of the world, we can continue to at least control our own responses and our own actions, and to have faith in ourselves. It fuels the lies and feeds the cursed beliefs. We could be glorious. We could be glorious. So let's hear it, y'all, and finish out this really fantastic album. It's Glorious from Muse. Here we go. Okay. That does sound like a whole bunch of guitars. I'm not going to have to worry about what key it's in. Or maybe. Well, that is a key. E. E major, G sharp minor to F sharp. F sharp. So G sharp minor sets up as 1. So before I got all the context, I thought E was 1 and G sharp was 3. Now I know that E is 6 and G sharp is 1. Relative major. Lydian 4. That's real optimistic. Amazing stuff. To relative major. He thinks like a classically trained composer as he does songwriting, and it draws me in. Minute. How's he gonna finish it? There's 5. One with the suspension. It's not going to resolve. Yes, it does. How about that? Finally did. A very bright B major. It's a heck of a sonic journey, y'all. I hope you don't misunderstand my meaning there a little bit earlier. Musicians have certain things that they're really, really good at, and certain other things that they really do well, but there's certain, everybody has their special gift, and some can do everything seemingly perfectly or just extremely well. But the thing that I really, as a teacher, as a person who analyzes scores, who analyzes songwriting and composing, and tries to get into the nitty gritty of the techniques and of the ways that we construct pieces and all of that, I am drawn to his composing. I'm drawn to his songwriting more viscerally than I am drawn to his sounds or their sounds. I very much enjoy the sounds, but holy crap. Dude knows what he's doing. And it's really remarkable stuff. Really remarkable stuff. I loved all of those, y'all. It was angsty when the music needed to be angsty, and sometimes it was almost disconnected from the language, from the lyrics, but it was always coming across as the result of extreme thought and planning and consternation. You know what I mean? You can tell that it wasn't just, all right, let's play something down, it'll be our next album. It wasn't that. It was every sound was agonized over. You can tell. So the name of the album, remember, came from the second song, Starlight, from those lyrics. And Matt Bellamy told Q Magazine, Black Holes and Revelations, they're the two areas of songwriting for me that make up the majority of this album. A revelation about yourself, something personal, something genuine of an everyday nature that maybe people can relate to. Then the black holes are these songs that are from the more unknown regions of the imagination. Revelations, black holes. Revelations are personal, they're intimate, they're inside. Black holes are immense, they're huge, they're powerful. You know, the dichotomy in that. The power of a personal revelation versus the power of a black hole. Really smart. Yeah, smart stuff. Um, one more thing. I did read that they have new music coming out, friends, and this is exciting. Their 10th album is coming out in June. It will be a concept album exploring interstellar themes. It will be called The Wow Signal. And this is what I pulled from Wikipedia. The album is inspired by a 1977 narrowband radio signal of the same name that was reported to have suggested the existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life. According to frontman Matt Bellamy, the album explores themes of cosmic mystery and the possibility of contact with something far greater than ourselves. So he's still thinking big. Still thinking big. And that album has a release date. It's in late June, I believe. So it'll be coming before we know it, and we'll have more music from Muse to listen to. But for today, it was really quite a pleasure to listen to Black Holes and Revelations. It's a very strong album, and these musicians continue to really impress me. And we'll continue to get to their stuff. But that is going to be all for me today, my friends. I thank you very much for your continued support and for your participation over here on Patreon as part of the Extended Play Lounge and everything that we're about here. So thank you all for voting and for everything. It's been really wonderful to listen to Muse, Black Holes, and Revelations. We'll see you next time on another edition of the Daily Doug.